What's going on, everybody? I am James at Games, and I kind of wanted to just sit down and do a heart-to-heart with you guys about the state of the Nintendo Switch and if I'm personally excited for one and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Nintendo's just, they don't get it, do they? Normally with a console launch, you need to have a few things in place. You need to have some good third-party titles to support your launch. You've got to have, modern days, you've got to have a good, robust online networking back-end system thing. Backwards compatibility is nice, but it's not required. You gotta have accessories to go with it. You gotta have extra controllers, like all that basic stuff. Nintendo seems to understand about 60% of that, I would say. 60% is a good number. What I mean by 60% is Nintendo's always had really good history with making killer hardware for what it is, for the most part. The Wii was pretty underpowered, but what it did do, it did good. It did the motion controls really good. It was a very casual system. Yeah, it was pretty underpowered. But does that make it bad? No. Did it need to be HD? No, not really. It would have benefited from being HD, certainly. Was it necessary to sell the system like it was the Xbox 360 and the PS3? No. Yes. Jury's out on that one. But outside of the Wii and something weird like the Virtual Boy, Nintendo's launches have been pretty good. Like, they generally have a pretty good idea of what it takes to sell the system, what it takes to drive the ecosystem, third-party support, killer launch titles, blah, blah, blah. The DS, for example, launched with a port of Super Mario 64, which was probably the smartest thing they could have done. It was a safe game because it was Super Mario 64. Like, everyone knows how good that game is, but it was enhanced. Not only did they fix the graphics and upscale it and did high-res textures and it's pretty, they also added a bunch of new gameplay characteristics like playing as Yoshi and the hats mechanic and all of that fun stuff. So there's more to it than just a straight port. They provided a pack-in title. Granted, it was a demo prototype thing for Metroid. It's not a full game, but it was something. It was something to kind of give ideas as to what you could do with the system, and that made people a lot of it. That excited people to just play with it because of the fact that, like, you had a tech demo that was like, oh, okay, look, you can show full motion video on both screens, and they're kind of like one image, or you can even split it up and show different angles, or you can have map on the bottom and gameplay on the top, and you can look around with the mouse and stylus mouse. It was good. Like, it gave ideas, which is what the launch titles should do, is that they should be an echo of what's to come in the future. Nobody expects the launch titles to be like the games. They should be good enough to sell your system, and they should be good enough to give the general public an idea of what your system is and what it will be in the coming years as the platform matures. Nintendo doesn't fucking get it. They haven't got it for the past 3 launches, including the Switch. The Wii was a gamble that only paid off because of Grandpa wanting to play tennis because of the pack-in title. That was pretty much, that was literally what drove the success of the Wii. As sad as that is to say, that was the reason why everybody knew what the Wii was, and everybody, even people, like I said, Grandma and Grandpa, who don't normally play games, owned a Wii. My wife and her parents own a Wii, and they literally have not touched it in like 4 years. So when I questioned her about it, she says, oh yeah, we played the sports game. And they watched Netflix on it. That's about it. Wii U's kind of in the same boat. I was actually really, really, really excited for the Wii U. I got a launch day Wii, and I got a launch day Wii U. Okay, so the Wii I got the day after launch, because I was really lucky going into GameStop, and the Wii U was like 4 days later. So they weren't launch day, but they were launch systems. And it was an interesting experience for me because I've never really bought things on launch day outside of those two systems. Typically with things like phones or graphics cards or video games I'll buy on launch day, but I'm talking like dedicated hardware purchases. They were the only ones I bought on launch day, and holy crap, was I an idiot and didn't learn the first time. Took the Wii U to really teach me. The best part is that the Wii U didn't even really teach me that lesson until like 2 years later, but that'll be another day. Do I regret either system purchase? No, I don't. Absolutely not. My Wii turned into an amazing homebrew emulation machine for years. Even turned into a Linux home server that I was using for a media server at one point. And my Wii U was going to have the same fate until the stupid auto update ruined that, and I got really very violently angry at my Wii U, and haven't touched it since. Because I was like, I haven't touched my system in 6 months. Oh, hey, look, I can homebrew it. Cool. Let's turn it on and go do the content blocker real quick so I can block the update so I can do this. And as I was going to do that, it updated. So, fuck. Point is the Switch going to be successful? That's a hard question for anybody to answer right now. It's the third week in January. It's like the 21st or something when I'm recording this, 22nd. Some people are starting to get their Switch units early, which is, I think, what motivated this video. I really just wanted to talk about how nobody can really predict at this stage if the Switch is going to be a success or not, because of Nintendo's past history and their complete inability to figure this shit out whenever it comes to their online systems. And it's just bad. Like, I love you, Nintendo, but holy crap. And on top of all of that, on top of all of the stuff, the lack of decent online play, the complete butchering of the Wii and the Wii U, because the Wii was completely underpowered and the Wii U was completely undermarketed to the point where people thought it was an add-on for the Wii. If I say Wii U, you think it's an add-on for the Wii, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Are you just saying that?
No.
Oh, I don't believe you.
I just wasn't listening.
And I feel like the Switch is going to fall down the same path, unfortunately. There's no launch lineup, first off. That's the first huge major problem. Yeah, you got your Zelda. Whoopity fucking do. I am so not excited for Breath of the Wild for so many reasons. Many of which could be a video all in of themselves, but we'll skip over that for now. I'm also not excited for Snipper Clips because what the hell is that? 1-2 Switch should be a pack-in game, and ARMS looks... This is a full-price title. People say it has depth, but from what I've seen, this is a full-price title? A lot of really good games are going to be coming later for the Switch. And that's awesome. I'm all for that. There's just no reason to buy one when it comes out. Because what the hell are you going to play on it? You're gonna play the Zelda game. And you're going to be forced into buying 1-2 Switch. Because it's such a good party game that, dude, freak Nintendo, pack it in, for fuck's sake. And then what do you got outside of those two really standout titles? Down the line, you'll have Splatoon 2, Smash 4 port, Mario Kart Deluxe, which is a port. And to be honest with you, I'm actually kind of looking at my Wii U lineup on the shelf over here, and I'm kind of noticing the same trend. So when my Wii U launched, I bought 4 games to go with it. Yeah, I bought 4 games to go with it, like when I bought the system. Maybe not, but I bought 4 launch window titles. I don't know when I bought them, but it's all launch window. I got Zombie U, because that was a pack-in with the system, if I'm not mistaken. Nintendo Land. I got Call of Duty Black Ops 2, because that was how... Oh, the Wii U is going to be great, it's going to be the next system. Why else did you buy Call of Duty? And I bought Scribblenauts for it. Scribblenauts was a port. Okay, no big deal. Mario Kart 7, which I bought later on. It's a Mario Kart game. It's pretty much like every other Mario Kart game. It's pretty, but it's Mario Kart. Black Ops 2 was a port. Smash Bros, which is... Yeah, that one has a lot of new content, so yeah, whatever. Super Mario Maker, which was pretty unique at the time, and Nintendo Land, which was basically Nintendo trying to remake. I don't know, because it feels like Wii Sports, and it feels like it was supposed to be the pack-in, but then they're like, fuck it, just slap a label on it, call it a day. I'm seeing a lot of similarities between this launch lineup and the Switch's launch lineup. So down the line, you're going to be getting Splatoon 2, you're going to be getting Skyrim, you're going to be getting Mario Odyssey, which none of those games interest me. I've had Skyrim for 6 years. 6 years! Why is it still being released? Why is it still selling? Why are people still buying this game? Splatoon 2, I actually kind of have high hope for. Haven't played the first one, but it looks pretty good, and Splatoon 2 looks pretty good. So, we'll see. Mario Kart Deluxe, it's literally a port, just with all the DLC. Yeah, it's probably full price. Smash Brothers, it's a port. Mario Odyssey, you literally made Sonic 06. I hope you're proud of yourselves, because you literally made Sonic 06. The hat's alive. Why is the hat alive? There's just so many questions that I have about the Switch. There's so many things that I want to say, and there's so many questions because we just don't know right now. We don't know what the future's gonna hold. I had such high hopes for the Wii U, and it bombed utterly miserably bad. It's terrible. But it was such a good system for what it was. And a part of me in the back of my head knows that if I got a Switch, I would love the crap out of it and it'd be awesome. But I'm so burned from Nintendo right now. Like, I can't. I have zero desire to own a Switch. If one happened to, like I'm at work one day and my wife managed to get a pre-order and I just like open a random box and then it's just like, oh hey, look, a Switch. Just have fun for the rest of the day. You're not doing any work here. Am I gonna fight for pre-orders? No. I have zero desire to. Most of the games I can play on my Wii U. I'm not interested in Breath of the Wild or any of the launch titles for that matter. I'm not interested in what's gonna come this holiday season. So there better be some killer third-party stuff that comes out in the meantime that hasn't really been advertised outside of Skyrim, because I'm not fucking paying for Skyrim. I did 6 years ago. I'm not doing it. Who am I kidding? I know I'm going to end up with Skyrim eventually. I'm going to hate myself for it, but it's going to happen. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. What I really want to happen is like 2 years into the Switch's life cycle, enough that it's starting to pick up and be really popular and be really amazing, because I want it to get hacked to shit, because that's going to be an amazing emulation machine. USB Type-C, it's got the controls, everything, screen's big and gorgeous. Like, oh my god, it would be fantastic to just like play homebrew emulators on it. Like, dude, bring it on. But I don't want it to turn into the PSP, so I want it to be like later on, like 4 years into the life cycle of the console. And before that happens, but that's really what I want the Switch for. It's gonna be great for that, but I don't know. Leave me a comment down below, guys, and tell me what your thoughts are. If you think that I'm an idiot because I don't like 3D Zelda games, because I guarantee you I've already got like 47 negative, hateful comments about how much of an asshole pussy I am, because Ocarina of Time sucks. Like and dislike the video accordingly, and if you want to leave me a comment talking about the video, blah blah blah, all that cool stuff, just leave it on down there, start a conversation, because I'd like to hear from you guys. I've seen a lot of polarizing information about the Switch out there, so I'd like to see what you guys think. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to do, so I'm just gonna kind of walk off here to the corner while you guys are all doing that. Have fun.